hello there. It's about 3 weeks about my last Luckfox Lyra video. There was many changes in between. Hipstot has improved his distribution quite a lot. I will give you a short tour what have changed and also some other things I've worked on in between. So what I've done in the meantime is working on the cover for this. This was my first iteration, so simply have some threaded inserts to allow to open it and have access to the SD card. But it was not possible to remove the SBC. Also the screws I was not happy with, so I have done the next iteration and have done many tests and also failed tests. As you can see, it's broken here, to make simple stuff to allow me to simply open it and close it. Was the next iteration, the last iteration. So it looks like this as we have it here. And the last iteration was that somebody has told me he wants to have access, so be able to remove the SBC also. So I have done this curved cut here, so you can simply open it and then remove it. And this was my last iteration, but as you can see I have done many tests with this, so at least it works now. So let's remove this chunk. So this is how the final version looks like. Additional, I have done this USB port here that allows me to connect, show you, the internal USB connector outwards. So you can change between a VLAN module or other USB devices. It works fine. Also in this version, I'll show you. You can simply remove the SBC and yes, put it in again. So you must always check that you align these pins correctly. Yes. Let's see. The second feature I have implemented is that you can remove it. So you have here opening. And the idea is with this USB port, for example, I have designed here some parts. Basically you can design here a cover if you like, and you can have here several types of opening. So we have nearly 10 millimeters here in high and 20 millimeters on this side. So for example, if you like, you can insert antenna or camera or what else. So this is your choice what design here. I'm thinking currently of a thermal camera to put it up here and connect it here, but this is a future project. The links for this case is down in the description. If you like it, you can print it yourself. I find it quite helpful. Okay, the next thing I would like to talk about is that we have to do some hardware mods regarding the audio. The reason for this, as I understand, is that we compare the pinouts between the Lyra Fox and the Raspberry Pi. is that the Raspberry Pi uses these two pins for audio generation. It uses here some boost with modulation that is connected directly to the amplifier of the Picocalc audio system. And if you look here, we have also these two pins, but only the ARM-I pins are able to generate pulse width modulation. So in principle we are not able to generate on two these pins a pulse width modulation, so we have to do a modification. And the trick is to remove one pin here, 32, and make a botch wire from this side to this side, and then we're using a pin that is able to generate pulse width modulation to allow us to have audio. So we need to disconnect pin 32 and connect pin 4 to on the board of the Picocalc to pin 32 to allow us to have pulse width modulation and audio on this device. I'll show you how this looks currently, how I implemented it on my device. And so let's take a closer look. As you can see, here is the pin I have removed. So if I remove it, so as you can see, I've simply desoldered the pin and pull it out, and on the board itself, I make it a little closer so you can see it also. So you can see we have pin 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the one botch wire connected, and the other one is down here. As you can see, or not here, you can see it. So, see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This side. How I soldered it, basically I was careful with the soldering iron not to damage these connectors here, and put here on the edge some blob of solder, so heating up the bed right on the edge here, so here, and put some solder on the wire also on this side, and then put the wire here and heated it up and wait until it sticks. Also on this side. What I have done also, I don't want to that this is a permanent change, so I have added simply a switch so I can activate and deactivate this change as I like. If I want to, for example, use Raspberry Pico again. So anyhow, this is now working and we have sound, as I can show you later. Another thing I would like to mention about hardware modifications. In my last video I have thought we need a power boost converter for the USB connection, but this doesn't seem to be true. Most USB devices works well with 3.3 or 3.4 volts, and therefore I have removed the boost converter, and I've tried several USB devices. They're working all fine, so it's not needed. You don't need a boost converter. So that's all about the hardware modification and the hardware stuff. Let's go to this fun stuff. Let's take a look at some software. So let's put it together again. So the last 3 weeks, as my display was defect, and I have received a new one from Clockwork. They have sent it within 2 weeks. Thank you, Alex from Clockwork. And there was a lot going on the Clockwork forum for Luckfox Lyra, also as for the Pico 2 and all the other stuff. The people are going wild and writing a lot of software. But today we make a closer look on the Luckfox Lyra updates and what's happening in the meantime. Google Drive, as you can see, we have much more versions, but the important one is the last one. And what he has done in the meantime, he has installed a lot of software. So we have also now a compiler. He has installed demo. He also has installed some FB term. This is frame buffer term to have a better resolution in the text. He has added some Wi-Fi drivers. He added DOSBox, that's very interesting. And he also added a feature that we can access this SD card slot. That's also very helpful. And I would recommend for now, this version, as you can see, he makes a lot of updates. I would recommend the last version. And he's currently working on performance improvement on the LCD drivers. I have not tested it now, but this is the next thing I will test. And has also done some improvement on the keyboard firmware itself. This is also something I have not tested by now. What's also cool is he has now published it on GitHub, so can also download it directly from here and contribute if you like. You can download it and then flash it. I have shown in the last video how to do this. Check this last video out and you will see it. I have already flashed it, so let's take a look how the software looks now. So now let's start it up, take a look what's currently the status of this version. As you can see, it starts. He has done some modification that has some kind of menu systems. You have games, net, this is a web browser, a text mode web browser of course. Then sound system, Wi-Fi, and also a bash, Python 3. What I would like to show you is this menu system he has used is that you can directly edit the script that it's called. This is some kind of how to put it a file manager. You leave it with VI as you usually, escape and then :Q or X if you have changed something, and you can navigate the file system, and if you want to execute something you simply press enter. As you can see, now we are in the terminal, in the bash, and as you can see the font is more usable for this screen, so it's a little smaller so you can see more. It's still, I think, about 60 characters, not 80s, but it's quite helpful. So first of all, I show you the sound. If you want sound, currently you have to enable this. If you used to Linux, you can do it yourself. That it's on auto start. As you can see, you have to make the patch wiring, otherwise it will not work. And he has also done some DMIDI install. So for DOSBox, let's test it. Let's see what it sounds like. So basically, as you can see, sound works fine. So next one. This is my last one I have tried. Hipstot has helped me to get a driver for this. He has implemented this, and now this is working, but I think this is about 10 years old. So this was the first USB stick I bought for a Raspberry Pi, I think. So you will not get this anymore. So I have checked Amazon for a new one and I found this one. This is a DP-Link. It's not that expensive, and he has written a driver for this also. So I will make a link in the description where you can find this. So simply put it in the USB port. So it's in, and then in Wi-Fi, go in. You have Wi-Fi up, so you start the VLAN, but you have to config before. I will show you, but I have to blend out, of course, my stuff. So basically, if you want to execute the script, you press enter. If you want to edit it, you press the right button. So wait a moment. So basically what you have is your SSID and your password. Change it. You can save it like you see down here with Ctrl O or Ctrl X. Let's press Ctrl X. So now we have done the password. Let's start it. Wi-Fi. As you can see, it starts blinking. And he connects and sets the time. This is correct. Another thing I would like to show you, because you have to set the time zone on these systems, how this is done. You go to bash and you can type open the profile file, and there you export the variable tset, and tset you set the time zone. I have used Europe, Berlin. Exit with escape, :Q or X if you've changed something. Go back to the menu simply with exit. So let's do this. So I have to reshoot this part, so I have to start the sound again. Also the MIDI. So let's check some games. We have Pico8. If you look here, you have to copy it in 2 files into this Pico8 folder. You have to generate this folder, and you have to buy a Pico8 so that you can install it here. You need then to download the Raspberry Pi version, and you need this first of all, the executable. This is the Pico8 tin, and you also need Pico8.dat. You must copy these 2 files here, and then everything is okay. So let's exit it again. Shift, Q. So let's start it. And as you can see, it works. What also works, let's do an update here. Looks nice. So you can check the new games. Let's play something. Okay, see sound, everything worked fine. Okay, I think this is enough. Press escape. One important point is you need to use the mouse for editing something, and Hipstot has implemented a switch here on the right shift button. So if you press it, you activate the mouse, as you can see. Then you have these two buttons here, left click, right click. Let's test it. So for example, click here and paint something. You have to, if you want to leave the mouse mode, you have to press shift again. So I now left the mouse mode. So this is about Pico 8, so it works quite fine. So the next thing, as you can see, we have a screensaver, matrix style. If you want to leave the screensaver, simply press Q. To basically check out, the next one would be a PR Doom. As you can see, it works. Also the sound works. So this looks fine. This is also for the speed nice. So the only change from my last video is that the sound now working. The sounds. So quit. So this was Doom. Let's check the next one. This is DOSBox. Hipstot has already installed something. This is Commander Keen, as it looks like. Started to see how it works. So I think there is no music. So make a new game. And as you can hear again, music is working. And it's playable. Good, yes. So that's basically the games I can show you. Another software, Net. This is a text-based browser. As you can see, browsing works fine. It's of course only a text browser, but yeah, you can read here some information about the Picocalc. Exit with Q. Yes. So this is the basic software we have. So let's talk about Python. I'm currently in the Buildroot for Linux. Hipstot has uploaded. Let's check the Python modules. So as you can see, he has already installed NumPy, and there's a lot of NumPy stuff. And Skiffy also. SciPy or SciPy. And I think some other packages. Let's check which packages are actually installed. Yeah, these two. What's said is I have tried if pip is working. In a screensaver you must exit with Q. you should try pip, for example. So okay, so pip is installed. Let's try to install something. Doing it wrong. Sorry. So let's try to install something. Install, for example, STL 1.2. So you cannot use this one, but I guess you can install it manually if you need something. Also, what's new is I would like to show you is you have now access to the SD card. It will be automatically mounted. So it will be mounted under Media SD card 1. There you can see the content of the SD card. You can copy simply from here. You maybe also copy from the USB port, so you have a lot more options currently. So this is also a nice feature. What's also new is that a user GuruBox has ported some Picoarch stuff to the Luckfox, and he has also compiled a lot of cores. I have tried it for myself. Seems to work to compile. If you would like to see how to compile it yourself, it's a little convoluted. You have to install a special version of Ubuntu and do some other stuff, but there's the step-by-step guide on his homepage. But he has done also a repo. Let's see it. So, and here he has some instruction how to do it is, but you need the Ubuntu environment like I have here. Otherwise it will not work. And you need a special version for this of Ubuntu. And this is the 22.04. I have installed it with the support for Linux, and you can then select the right version. So if you're really interested how to compile Picoarch for the Picocalc, I can show you in a video. So let's check it out, how it looks currently. So let's show you what I currently have compiled and installed for Picoarch. As you can see here, these are the cores I have installed. The BIOS comes here in the folder system, and here I have some ROMs. Simply press Picoarch and then you can check the, for example, let's start this. The menu is a little strange. You have space, this is the main button, control is back, I think this is R and P, and shift is doing something? No. So if you want to start something, you have to press space. Then you can select something. And there you can see it's working. So let's start it. Jump. Alt? No, yes. This is A and B. Is this jump and this is blow a bubble. I'm tired already. So this is this one. With escape you can do some settings, options. This is similar to RetroArch, and yeah, I think it's the same vein. This is exit. If you exit, it's exit. And also I have checked some other Game Gear. I have installed something like this. So. And Game Gear is interesting because you have some sound. So here's the sound working. I think this is some tweaking is necessary for the course to get it all working, but I think it's already a great progress, and Guru Book is working on this, and I think he makes also some updates. He has also a GitHub for this. I can show you. This is the GitHub, and there you can download it, and here you have the build instruction. And also, wait a moment. And also Chatlis has tested of today some of the cores, literally today, and has managed to also to run and execute this Picoarch on the Picocalc, and also there is also now a discussion thread for Picoarch if somebody is interested. Okay, basically if you press escape you can make some options. I will do it now. Space, then audio, video. You can then change the screen size to full, for example. Control is once again back. Then space, save config. Let's do it globally. It's config saved. So back. Resume game, and you see now it's the screen much bigger. Okay, I think this is all for today. Thanks for watching. If you like it, make a like, and if you subscribe, it makes me also happy. For all information I will put a link down in the description, and bye bye.